All News Network, wherever and whenever. Newsworld begins each weekday in Halifax with your first look at the news.
What we do with Newsworld out of Halifax is we're the first up and on the air in the morning. So we have a chance to look at some of the stories that have developed overnight or the day before and add to those stories, flesh them out a little bit, add a little perspective to some of those stories. And then, because of where we're situated in the country, we're 6 or 7 hours behind the time zones in Europe, in South Africa, in the Middle East, places like that. So when stories are breaking there, you're going to see them first on Newsworld Morning.
Good morning. U.S. pilots say they destroyed as many as 4 Scud missile launchers in Iraq and overnight.
When something happens, the news doesn't break at 6 o'clock in the evening every night. It breaks 24 hours a day. That's our opportunity to go into action.
Okay, we're gonna at the bottom of the clock every day while this war is on, go to a recap.
I think that Canada Live adds a new dimension to weekday television. Things happen very fast in our world these days. What we try to do when something happens is to cover the events as quickly and thoroughly as possible, and then we gear Europe and then let you react to them too.
Well, News Center, quite frankly, has you flying by the seat of your pants, and that's the most challenging thing in this business. You're not reading script. You're not just introducing one item and then another. You constantly have to think on your feet, because you may be called upon to interview someone, then provide a little bit of analysis at the end. The News Center program may be covering a live event, after which you have to summarize the events that have taken place. It's very much a live show. Very little of what we do is taped beforehand.
In 1 hour, this day gives a complete wrap-up of the day's news. It wraps up the news day in an hour after both Europe has gone to bed and the political day has ended in Ottawa. But at the same time, we are able to offer some analysis as well as a perspective on the news that you may not get in another newscast. Our World Report, for example, may show you how the BBC covered a particular story or how Italian television covered a particular story. So there's a perspective there that you won't find anywhere else.
You know, the other day somebody asked me, they said, "Whit, do you miss reporting?" The fact is, I have never done so much reporting before in all of my life. Because every day we're reporting, we're doing it electronically with the satellite, and we can touch any part and all parts of the country, every single day, every hour if we have to. What we want Newsworld from Calgary to be is that time of the evening where people, regardless of where they live in the country, can turn on the television and see their country. You can go now to any part of the country when there is a breaking story, which we have done. You can be there in 5 minutes. If you're not there on the telephone, you can be there on the satellite. But you can pull this country together like we've not done before, from the Arctic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. Well, hello again from Calgary on this Thursday, November the 8th. I'm Whit Fraser.
I'm Wei Chan. What's wonderful and unique about the weekends is that it offers you programming that you won't see anywhere else on any other channel in this country. I mean, we're a wonderful mix of business, of environment television. We've got an open line program that deals with the controversial issues of the week. We wrap up the week's events. I think people respond to the documentaries that show you what's happening in areas of the world they would not normally see.
That although perfectly healthy and intelligent, Roger and Sharon have virtually no observable brain.
The only places you can export weapons are to countries that are going to use them.
What it says about us, we have wonderful personalities on the weekends. David Gilmour talks about movies, talks about the arts. On the line with Patrick Conlon lets you have a say in the controversial issues of the day. We'll bring in, the principals, we'll bring in the thinkers on the issue. You'll hear what they have to say, and then we want to involve our viewers in the discussion. We want to know what they think about these issues. News is what's important to Newsworld. We have 5-minute newscasts at the top of every hour. We have an extended half-hour newscast Saturday night and Sunday night. And of course, when news breaks, when there's an event happening that we think you should know about live, we break format and we take you to what's happening and tell you what's going on.
I think Newsworld has proven itself as a place where people turn when they know something is happening.
At a time when there are international conflicts, it's important that our audience see those conflicts through Canadian eyes.
It is a chance for you to talk to politicians, to newsmakers.
About regional concerns, about their concerns about national issues.
And maybe most important of all, you can talk to each other right across this country.
The Canadian viewers go to Newsworld because they don't always need to have their news packaged in a minute and 30 seconds.
Are there Canadians involved? What does it mean to our economy at home? Not what does it mean to Wall Street? What does it mean to Bay Street?
I see us growing and doing it by little increments every single day in all of the stories that we do.
If that brings Canadians together, then yeah, I suppose Newsworld does unify the country.
We hope that you'll join in.